How's it going, guys? I hope you're all doing well out there today, wherever you are in the world. This is just a quick video. I threatened that I was going to change the wiring in this guitar, and I've finally got around to doing it. So this has just come off the workbench, and by workbench, of course, I mean the kitchen table. And so what I've got going on now is a Tonerider Generator in the bridge, and I've mixed that with a Tonerider AC4 in the neck. So the AC4 is a bit more classic. The Generator's a bit hotter, a bit more modern sounding. What I've done is I've got this neck pickup wired up so I can have it in full humbucker or both coils in parallel. And then I've actually got a third voicing, which partially splits one of the coils off to ground, but also adds a bass cut on the coil that's still full on. So you get a real nice in between. It's still full, but plenty of chime on top. So the neck pickup technically has 3 voicings now. Unfortunately, the wiring at the moment is a bit clumsy because I'm just using what I've got. So I've got 2 push pots on the guitar already, so that's what I'm using. So with them both down, that's the middle voicing, if you like. That switches in the parallel mode. I'm trying to remember the parallel mode. And then this one selects between the in-between sound, and up is full humbucker. I've got a volume control for the neck pickup as normal. The tone for the neck pickup is unwired at the moment. I'm going to do something interesting with it because I don't really use tone controls all that much. And then in the bridge position, I've got the generator, and the generator's wired up. So this knob here will partially split the coil. I think I put a 1K resistor in the end, so it bleeds via the resistor to ground 1K, and then I can select anywhere between full humbucker and partially split. So the 1K to me gives kind of like a telly type tone, but I'll show you what that all sounds like now. I've still got the treble bleeds on the volume pots. So let's start with the bridge pickup. So this is full humbucker. I haven't got my full setup going on today. Let's turn that to layoff. Full setup. I've just got a Laney VC15 combo on the floor, mic'd up, and then a couple of pedals. So this is bridge humbucker. There's a little bit of compression on at the moment. I'll turn that off. So the amp's set clean, but like when you hit a humbucker into a clean amp, it's going to do that mid-range breakup. But then I can roll off all the way to like a telly type tone using the partial split. And then the sort of telly type tone with a bit of compression. Full humbucker again. So it thins it out nicely without getting too brittle. I find normal coil splits on a bridge pickup can be really offensive, but that's a nice compromise. So turning the compressor off again, you've got that full humbucker. Just sort of leans out the mid-range a little bit, drops a bit of bass. So that's a really cool tone. So going over now to the neck pickup. So this will start at full humbucker. So this is the full humbucker. Typical, like kind of full and jazzy kind of Les Paul neck pickup, but the AC4 is nice. It's not too hot. And then I can go to a parallel, the 2 coils in parallel. Back to humbucker. So they're the sort of 2 ends of the spectrum, and then I've got this in-between voicing. So we'll start at parallel coils, and then we'll go to the partial split with the bass roll-off. So it's a much, it's not as thin sounding, not as thin and twangy. It's kind of going up, to me, somewhere in that sort of like Filtertron vibe, perhaps. Sort of in between a humbucker and a single coil. So going through the three voicings, we'll start at parallel wiring. Then we've got the in-between kind of partial cut. And then full humbucker. So a nice variety of sounds there from the neck humbucker. And normally the reason of choosing the different voices for me is normally what amp I'm plugged into. If I'm plugged into a clean amp, I want a bit more body. If I'm plugged into a dirty amp, I want it quite thin. And then if I want to do more either sort of Gary Moore lead stuff or jazzier stuff, I want that humbucker sound. So at the moment, I've got all 3 sounds available to me. I think I'm going to come up with some kind of more elegant, shall we say, way of switching it in and out rather than these 2 push pots. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. Let's add in a little grip from the DoD Looking Glass just to check out some of the tones. So bridge pickup, we've got full humbucker. And then thinning that out with the variable coil split. And then going over to the neck pickup, we're going to start with the 2 coils in parallel. Then we've got the in-between voicing. I really like what that does with gain because you've still got that nice tight bottom end with a nice sparkle on top. And then full humbucker. And you can see for that kind of tone, you don't really want that full humbucker because it makes the overdrive kind of woolly sounding. So between those 3 voicings, you've got a real nice variety of tones. And then you can have even more fun by putting it in the middle position. Then you can mix and match the voices. So just an example of a couple of random ones off the cuff. So again, it's just more tones. I love Les Pauls, absolutely adore them, but they're not the most flexible of guitars. So this goes some way to giving you some more options without overcomplicating things. So a quick little bit of overdrive from the Friedman Dirty Shirley. This is the bridge pickup full humbucker. And then using the partial coil split. And then a little bit of neck pickup action. This is the in-between kind of voice. Full humbucker. And then finally the two coils in parallel, so the thinnest of the tones. So a new kind of sonic palette for the Les Paul. Like I said, this was just a quick video today to show it off because some of you seem just as nerdy as me. So hot off the press, that's the new wiring for my Les Paul Studio. Loads more content coming up later in the week. Thanks so much for your support as always, whatever you're doing with the rest of your day. I hope it's great, and I'll see you real soon. Cheers, guys.